I'm Sasha Bhavan.
And I'm Simon Knox, and we're both architects.
So our favourite place in the house is this room that we're sitting in, which is the kitchen. We brought light into the space by putting in this huge bay window and lining the reveal with mirror.
The animals, the dog and the cat, just love lounging on the floor.
And the cooker is absolutely incredible wolf
American
range.
range.
And you know, we've had big parties, lots of cooking going on here, and it's been worth it. It's been worth spending the money there. There's the bay window, and in front of the bay window are two big sinks, one much bigger than the other. And the big sink is especially been sized so that the racks from the cooker sit in it perfectly. So everything's working hard. It's a proper working kitchen.
The other thing I really like about this room is that all the kitchen chairs sit on the table. They've got arms that come and rest on the table.
So we've got shelves. We've got a bit of a collector's problem that we buy beautiful bowls, and all our bowls are on there. But it's a kind of essay in designing things specifically for particular uses. And then of course we've got our secret cat door, and we don't want the cat's food out on the top. It's not very nice. And so the cat, who's misbehaving over here, has its own little cupboard it goes into and it eats its food, and the cat flap is out of that cupboard. So it has its own little entry and exit from the house. And when we finally got to the stage of putting this kitchen in, we dropped the floor, because the floor was up at the front door hall level. We dropped the floor by the height of your seat. And all our friends came around and said, "Oh, you've built an extension." And we said, "No, it's not. The footprint is identical, but because we dropped the floor and brought light in, it just felt unbelievably more spacious and relaxing." But the cornices in the sitting room next door were all plugged up with paint. And as I said, we were a bit short of money, but the one thing we did do was we picked out all the cornices. That was the first thing we did when we arrived here. And you neutralise it with vinegar, and it's not like a fish and chip shop, but we spent a lot of time and a lot of effort doing that, and it absolutely hasn't been wasted. It kind of lifts the room and makes it very special.
But also in the sitting room, it was sort of cleaning up the shutters. So we've got beautiful shutters that we can close at night time, and which give privacy and also security. And I think there's special touches, and there's something quite comforting in getting up and closing the shutters at night, and you feel secure and you feel it's very homely. Well, it is interesting that because it faces east-west, you are attracted by the light or sunlight. We like to be in the kitchen in the morning because we have, the sunshine streams in. But later in the day, I find I might go upstairs up to the front room on the first floor, which is where we have our library. But it is interesting how at different times of the day you want to go to different levels. The staircase that's up to our bedroom is a very lightweight and is tightened and controlled on string.
But it's quite clever.
It's very robust and stiff, and but it's lightweight, and it allows light to travel through the stair to the floors below. Early evening, it's quite nice to be up in our bedroom, and it's really a wonderful space because it looks out over South London, and we have these wonderful views. I just really feel happy sort of sitting on the bed, looking out of the window and enjoying the view.
Yeah, it's a lovely bedroom. It's so airy and big, but also the way that the storage works of the cupboards and the chests of drawers and things like that. What we've done is we've got our little shower room, and then we've got a kind of slice of bedroom at the back that you walk through, and the cupboards don't go up to the ceiling, so you get this sense of the whole space. But it does mean you can come out of the shower and get dressed without worrying about being overlooked, even if the blinds are all up. The garden is really, I love the garden. It's not huge, it's really easy to look after, and it's a sweet little garden, and we sit out there and have coffee all through the summer, you know, probably from about Easter right through to October sometimes. And then we've got this slice of garden. Well, it's the kind of side return. It's a glass canopy, and we've made it an outside space so that it can become, in the summer when the really temperature rises, it's a wonderful cold sink. And the cold sink of that little bit of garden keeps it really pleasant through this ground floor in very hot temperatures.
And we get you know, the windows opening on both sides. Allows cross ventilation, and when the roof light is open up at the top of the house, we can purge the heat through the roof light.
We're the lucky recipients of my youngest son did a painting of him and my daughter, who's our middle child, and gave it to her for her 30th birthday, and it's so big it doesn't fit in her flat. So we're the lucky recipients of that painting that's hanging in one of the rooms up there. So the house is full of art and things that resonate with us.
What we've found is that this house is remarkably flexible, and it's allowed us to grow in it, and our children to be there from a baby to adult, and then to come back.